I joined Jaipuria बस क्योंकि Amazon आता है यहाँ.
I remember the ice-breaking session for the first interview that I had with Reena ma'am. She asked me that what company do you want? I said I want Deloitte. So, I was quite clear about it.
Alright, so here we are sitting in this very cozy room in a winter morning at Jaipuria's Lucknow Campus. I have with me an alumni of this particular institute. Hi and welcome to this particular show today. I'm really interested and intrigued in knowing that, how did your journey started here?
I began this journey in 2018 in June. And when I came to the campus, actually I knew that I wanted this company, so it was quite clear in my mind. And I just had this vision that I have to perform the best and get the best out of here. And so yes, those 2 years were so beautiful that I think it remains to be the most enlightened part of my journey of life.
When you started your journey here, the 2 years that you spent here at Jaipuria's Lucknow campus, how was the Ashmeet prior to this? Why did Ashmeet think that she wanted an MBA at this point?
Yeah, so I just was doing casual graduation from Lucknow University, and I just gave CAT. I remember this girl was very underconfident and very unsure about herself. I just had read about it that the college gives amazing placements and is good, and since Lucknow has been my hometown since and forever, I thought let me just give it a try. And I walked in as a girl who was really timid and shy and couldn't speak up a lot, but I found myself on the very first day on the ice-breaking session that I am able to deliver things, I am able to do it. A very confident and a very brave and a very bold girl walked out of the college.
Let's go back to the time when you might also have been a little clueless about where to go, because a lot of companies come in, you see a lot of your peers getting placed in a lot of different companies, and then you doubt your own choice also. Has that ever happened to you during your time here, or you were pretty sure about your choices?
So I was pretty sure about my choices actually. So one of the seniors of mine, she happens to be my neighbor, she told me that got placed with Deloitte with this campus. So I knew 2 or 3 big companies, I knew the big fours, and I always had financial inclination, like a strong inclination towards finance. In fact, if you see the ratio of my subjects, they were maximum finance and like minimum of the marketing ones, like 8 finance and 5 of the marketing ones. So I always knew what I wanted. I remember the ice-breaking session for the first interview that I had with Reena ma'am. She asked me that what company do you want? I said I want Deloitte. So I was quite clear about it, but then I always knew that if this is not the option, I'm not going to lose my heart and hope. And I can always apply for other companies as well. There are banks, there is Amazon, there is EY. So yeah, but then I had my hopes high that I want this. I targeted it. I was fortunate enough, worked hard enough, maybe that has reaped the fruits.
Tell me a little bit about that whole experience when Deloitte actually came on campus for the interview. What was that interview process like?
Interview was very good, but interview was tricky as well. Like the HR round was pretty well, but then they were at all points, they were testing you that whether you are ready to leave your family, whether you are ready to sacrifice that amount of because mostly people don't leave their families. So I was quite clear about my choices, that it's corporate and I have to move out. Like in the second round, in the technical round, he had put up like real tricky questions that what if you're working with the colleague is careless, and the colleague is not working properly, and the reason why the colleague is not working properly, but you cannot tell the manager. Like I was given a lot of situational questions and other questions as well, but the technical round went quite smooth that ways. After the director round, I was a little nervous because she was putting up questions, she was putting me into a fix. She asked me, what do you know about the company? I said, I asked the seniors, but the seniors have not really told me about the company. They've said that things are confidential. She said, no, things are not confidential. we've always told them to, you know, tell people about the process. I said, but no senior revealed things to me. So, you know, this way I felt that if you are confident and if you put forth what you have in mind with a lot of confidence, she will know that, okay, fine, yes, she's not lying. You have to be honest and you have to be, you know, upfront with whatever you're saying.
Let me know a little bit about, when you start from a B school to work at a company like Deloitte USI, what are the kind of roles and responsibilities you take up? What do you expect to deliver, and how good or bad you were when you started?
When you start with the training itself, like I was finally very dejected, firstly because you know, you're not able to go to the office because Hyderabad office is beautiful. It's a dream to go over there and get trained by the best of the best professionals and stuff, but it's okay. When I began with the training, I knew that, you know, it's going to be quite a journey. First 2 days I used to shiver that, you know, how am I going to handle all of this all alone, because, you know, in the office it's a completely different vibe. You're sitting with 100 other people. You know that if, you know, I don't know anything, the other person would help me. But over here you need people, and they might be available, they might not be available on Skype. So, you know, all you need to have is the courage within you and that go-getter spirit that, you know, yeah, if I fall down, I am going to get up on my own, and eventually this will fall in place. This confidence is not going to come in one day. It is going to take like the entire training period and maybe 1 or 2 months after that.
Okay, so from one alumni to another, we are taking a walk down the memory lane, and with me now is Yatin. Yatin is currently working with Amazon. Yatin, tell me a bit about yourself to begin with. Where are you from? How did this entire journey started for you, and why did you decide to do an MBA?
I'm from Lucknow only, born, brought up, schooling, graduation, everything. Then I wanted to actually become a geological officer.
Oh, nice.
So every parent has a dream that their child should be in government services.
Right.
So I cleared GATE. Then I also cleared interview for MTech for IIT Bombay, Kharagpur and Kanpur, and actually went for a year to Bombay to complete my course. But due to some family issues, I have to come back. My father had a bad health. So I give around 1 or 2 years to my preparation for Geological Services of India. Then I thought that I am not the guy who could sit for like 32 years of age and prepare for UPSC on and on. I'm pretty restless kind of guy, and then I thought of going for MBA. So then the journey started with Jaipuria. So I researched about a lot of colleges. So I also wanted to stay in Lucknow, and what's the best college in Lucknow besides I am Lucknow. And then I gave it a thought and joined Jaipuria.
Did your interest for marketing actually germinated after you came in here, or you were initially interested in that and then that got amplified here?
As a child, when I used to watch different advertisements, I used to get an all-like of experience, like how they are marketing this thing and how they are trying to sell it. I don't go into kya ad hai, kya bahut acha hai. I used to go into think how they did their best and tried to place that product in the mind of the public who are viewers. So that was a bit of it. Then I came across, and so my mentor, so we have a mentor type of program in Jaipuria. You have a mentor assigned from the first year. So my mentor is Shalini Tripathi. She's also a marketing giant, professor for marketing. She was also there, and then I started to learn about marketing, different how brand works, how they have come up with strategies to build up their brand. And that was where the journey started.
Let's talk a little about your Amazon experience now. When did this happen? What were you expecting at that point in time? Were you actually expecting a job from Amazon when you roped in?
I joined Jaipuria बस क्योंकि Amazon आता है यहाँ पे, ठीक है? First year complete हुआ, and then they dropped a mail कि because we are not hiring for this position anymore, will not be coming. पूरा टेम्पो डाउन, हम लोग सब देख रहे हैं. दिसंबर पास हुआ, a company came, this was a startup. ठीक है, चल रहा है, अभी कर लेंगे 1 साल जॉब, फिर स्विच करके जो भी पता चलेगा. ओके, ठीक है. फिर कोविड आ गया, एंड तब तो मतलब सब हालत पूरी ख़राब. वो कंपनी भी अभी वो नहीं कर रही है. वी आर कॉलिंग अप, हम लोग के प्रोफेसर्स हैं, वो भी हम लोग कह रहे हैं कि नहीं बेटा आ जाएगा. दे ऑल्सो लाइक बिहाइंड अस कि नहीं. एंड आई एम द लाइक माई फादर पास्ड अवे इन द फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ माई MBA, और आई एम द ओनली चाइल्ड, तो मदर का भी मुझे ही घर पे पूरा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी था. एंड देन फिर तभी लकीली वो कोविड, क्या समझो मेरे लिए, मतलब आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट वाज लकी फॉर मी, वो कोविड की वजह से ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग भी शूट अप हुई है कि उनको रिक्वायरमेंट हो गई एंड देन दे केम अप.
ये जो प्रोसेस हुआ, टेल मी अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट दैट प्रोसेस. व्हाट हैपेंड एग्जैक्टली ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर डे? वे यू इंटरव्यूड, डिड यू फील लाइक, यू नो, फ्रॉम द इंटरव्यू इटसेल्फ हाउ इट वाज गोइंग, डिड यू फील दैट यू आर गोइंग टू मेक इट, और डर लग रहा था कि यार आज ये छूट गया तो फिर?
So I'll tell you a funny story. फर्स्ट इंटरव्यू में मेरा लैपटॉप जैम इंटरव्यू के बीच में ख़त्म पूरा. वो मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि अब तो गया, इसको तो मेरा फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन अच्छा नहीं है. उसके बाद सो दे हैव अ चाइम, देयर सॉफ्टवेयर ऑन विच दे टेक वर्चुअल मीटिंग्स एंड ऑल, एंड सेम फिर मैंने डायल अप किया कॉल अपने फ़ोन के थ्रू. पूरा फ़ोन पे इंटरव्यू दिया, हाफ एन आवर, सो 45 मिनट्स, एंड लाइक Amazon is pretty customer obsessed. That's the first thing if you're going. And I also think the companies which are customer obsessed, they will only survive in the long run. Right. So सारा चीज़ें हो चुकी थी, and I was thinking कि first interview was a shortlisting round, कि आएगा कि नहीं, कि कंप्यूटर भी जैम हो गया है, बंद हो गया, and what the interview would be thinking about me. और जैसे ही मैंने कॉल बंद किया है, and तभी मुझे मैसेज आता है कि योर बैलेंस इज होल ज़ीरो, बिकॉज यूएस को वो कॉल लगा था. और मेरे वो पूरे इंटरव्यू में वो कॉल डिस्कनेक्ट हुई, बस इतना रहा. आई गेव द इंटरव्यू, हो गया ठीक है. एंड देन आफ्टर दैट उसके आफ्टर हाफ एन आवर आई गॉट अ कॉल दैट यू हैव बीन शॉर्टलिस्टेड फॉर द सेकंड राउंड. द स्टोरी वुड बी लाइक आई वुड टेल, डू यू हैव यू सीन दैट MS Dhoni movie about Dhoni? And his mom used to do the puja when Dhoni was playing on the TV. My mom was doing the same thing when I was giving the interview that one day.
So tell us a little bit about the kind of role that you got and
my role is about, I have a team of 20 odd people whom I manage, and I have to manage their aspiration, look for their future growth, and look if any customer is facing any problem, they are the frontline workers and I'll attend to them. So I have to manage them exactly in a day or two full on. And then my work goes like how to maintain the metrics for the site and how to work about it. So I usually go about engagement side for my site, and I support that.
Any last piece of advice before we finish today?
So I would say, which helped me during my whole MBA journey, tough times don't last, tough people do.
Thank you very much for sharing your story with us today. I'm sure a lot of students who are maybe at your shoes right now would find this valuable, and they will also take something out of this. And on that note, we will end this particular video. Do tell us in the comment section if you like this video, if you want to know more about these alumni. If you really do, there is a link in the description. You can click that and know more about this particular institute and students like Yatin. Thank you very much.